Okay, well, I'm gonna kind of give my my review of the D&D movie Honor Among Thieves. I went and saw it last weekend, and you know, I've seen some people saying it's a trash movie, it's a horror movie. Some people liked it, some people didn't. Fine, if you like it, great. If you don't, that's okay too. But I actually went and saw the movie. I'm a D&D fan. I've been playing D&D since there were only 3 hardback books of D&D for first edition advanced D&D. I call second edition advanced D&D first edition revised. And so the movie does give you enough backstory to kind of tell you what's going on. Now, there is a prequel book called The Road to Neverwinter, which I'm reading. I'm about halfway through it. It's not a bad book. It gives a little bit more detail in the in the characters and how they met and how they relate and how they're friends and all sorts of stuff. Um, base so it does give some context to 3 of the main characters, and then another character who's a villain later on in the movie. So if you want to read the the prequel novel before watching the movie, you can, but you don't need to watch the movie. But it does provide a little more background. Um, so the movie itself actually starts. I like how it starts where they're in jail. I'm not revealing anything. I mean, it's the beginning of the movie, um, and the movie is somewhat humorous. It doesn't take itself too seriously. It's got good action, good special effects, good acting. Chris Pine is probably the perfect actor for this role. I know it's been said by other people that a number of people turned it down because some people that it may not be the role they were hoping for. Now, this is not a serious movie like The Hobbit, The Lord of the Rings, um, and some of the other Game of Thrones. So it's not really serious. It's lighter. It's got great action. It's got some funny scenes. If you ever played D&D, there is, a lot of throwbacks, a lot of stuff that you'll recognize, some spells. You'll recognize there's some places from the video games and from the Forgotten Realms world about they're where they are where they're at. So there's a lot of fan stuff. There is during the arena fight, there is a depth. If you look very closely, you'll see some very familiar characters from another D&D franchise, and I'll leave it at that. And it's I kind of didn't notice when I was watching the movie, but it's one of the things you'll kind of, if you watch it again, you'll notice it. Because this is one of the movies, if you watch it again, you're going to see more things that you normally wouldn't see if you weren't doing. Overall, is it a great movie? No. Is it a good movie? Yes. Is it worth going to the theater and seeing it? I think you would be, unless you have unless you have a really large TV, like a super big TV, then you'd probably like to see it on the big screen because there's a lot of detail in the movie. Um, and actually, some of the writers of the movies are D&D fans, which is good. And so there's some really good stuff. Like I said, for all you rules lawyers out there, it's a movie. Okay, yes, they took some. What can I say? Oh, Jesus. They took some liberties with some of the rules and some of this and that, but it worked for the movie. It's a movie, not a D&D game, but it does feel like you're watching like someone's campaign went through. Okay, you go through this adventure, this adventure, this adventure, and then the campaign's over. It's kind of like that. So I do recommend the movie. I'll give it at a scale of 1 to 10, I'll get it an 8.5. It's a good movie, but not a great movie, and I'm definitely going to buy it when it comes out. I'm definitely, it's a, yeah, dude, go see it in the theater. It's a good movie. It's a good time. Um, but don't expect Game of Thrones. And yes, it is far better than the D&D movie from a little over 20 years ago. It is far better than that. So yeah, it's a good movie. It's not trashed. And the people trashing it, some of the people on the right, and I tend to be on the right, who are trashing it, they're just being just whatever. Screw them. It's a good movie. Later.